I have a problem.
Hello, hello, everybody. Just FYI, I've started. I didn't bother with a whole intro. Hello, everybody. Welcome to, I guess, the Fallible Fandom, if that's what we're going to go with. It's me, Liam, Grim Reaper, or Freedub, and we're all just going to be hanging out talking about movies, TV that we've liked, what we've been up to. So yeah, hope everyone has a good time.
We'll try.
So what's everyone been up to then? Anything recently that we're talking about?
I have just finished my binge watch. Well, it started out as a binge watch because I didn't realize it was going until like 5 episodes in. But I've been watching Robin Hood, which
Ooh,
funny
okay.
and funny enough, it's got Sean Bean in it, and he's the
Yeah.
bad guy.
Wait, is this Sheriff of Nottingham?
He's the sheriff of Nottingham. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so at least you know he's not dying in an episode or season one.
However, when the joke I made when I was talking to you about it, Robin Hood kept infiltrating the Nottingham like he owns the place. Like no security, he just walks in. I was like, I basically quoted Sean Bean's character from
Lord of the
Lord
Rings.
of the Rings. I was like, one apparently simply just walks into Nottingham.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. New Year's a crazy time, you know. Like everyone talks about, like, Halloween or a full moon is what draws out the crazies. But I swear, New Year is a strong contender.
Mm-hmm. And it's got like Game of Thrones vibes too, because like there's one character that's basically a like every time she's doing something with a guy, and
Okay.
it's not like PG, it's not PG-13, it's R-rated. So yeah, it's got a Game of Thrones vibes. So.
That's nice. That's cool. I tell you what
Hopefully they
did have
don't
a
flop it like Game of Thrones.
Hmm?
Hopefully they don't flop it like Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's actually the way I see it. Don't do what BBC did and kill off the main characters.
Mhm.
They haven't
Oh,
done that
right.
yet. So they haven't done that. So I'm still happy with it.
Mm. Blood and
I was
Blood and
extremely.
Sand was a good series. That was a bit Game of Thronesy.
Which one?
Blood and Sand.
Oh, Blaine. Yep.
That was good. Um, the issue with
And
that
it's.
is they definitely Game of Thrones it because they just got cancelled.
I also have to
Christ knows
give
why.
them props too because they really went with realistic instead of
Yeah.
like where you like why does this guy have clean teeth? Like they don't own a brush back then. So yeah, they went real realistic with this with the costumes and stuff.
And what was it called? It was not Spartacus. Shit, no, that's not what I'm
And no one
thinking of.
owns a bath either. Only the sheriff of Nottingham, nobles have baths. So, and there's no AC or air conditioner either.
There still isn't now.
So everyone was basically sweating.
Pretty much.
What about you, Frida? Are you watching Stranger Things at the minute?
No, I haven't gotten into it. I haven't seen it since it was conceived. I know it's on its
Really?
final season though,
Final episode.
and episode,
Hmm.
which is strange. Actually, it's not very strange. Netflix really hates long seasons, so if they can do it, they will basically start over and with a new cast and basically
Hmm.
keep it going.
Probably. I haven't watched any of it, so
Oh,
it's
this is
never
gonna throw.
interested me.
I'm trying to think because there was a show I was watching about like chariot racing. And there's only one person from Game of Thrones in it, and it was the guy with the dogs, the bastard.
Bolton,
Bolton.
Ramsay Bolton.
And he was in a show that was really good, and it got fucking cancelled, and it was annoying.
He was in Misfits as well.
What network was it on?
I can't remember that. I'm just gonna have a quick gander.
I think Storm's camera shy, you know. So don't let me go.
She has like the bluest of blues eyes. From
Careful now, you don't want to get lost.
She's a beautiful cat.
yeah,
English
that
story.
I saw one of those strays on like a shelter, and like I said, bluest of blue eyes. I'm like, I want one of those when I get a cat. I'm gonna call her Sapphire.
Nice. That one's called Storm.
And it was the whitest of white cats. I mean, not to sound like I'm, but yeah, it was completely Snow White.
Nice. My mum had a pure white cat when I was younger. She called it Pearl. That cat was horrible. It was the most vicious of cats I've ever met in my life. Sounds like he's got a busy night ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
really
thought
cool.
it was basically 1 a.m. for him when he was going to do this. So I was like,
Yeah.
waiting till 8 my time. So
Yeah. Madness. Which cat's that then?
I didn't know Darth can turn into a cat.
I know.
It's because I'm a pussy.
Ooh.
I
I remember
yeah, no,
you said
it's-
that, so when that gets dropped on you again later, you already preset that up.
I forgot Anthony Hopkins was in it. It's called Those About to Die. And it's about the Romans. I think it's like their last big thing before it like went to like a
Before the Empire fell.
democratic thing, yeah.
So how many guys? How many have you movies have you watched this year?
Not many, I'll be honest with you.
I've been slacking a little bit.
I
because
saw
I've been
38.
working 30 movies.
38. 38.
38. Wow, I just said I was slacking and someone was like, I'm out of here. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, it started out as me going to movies, and then my dad apparently is like retired, so he was like, "Hey, can I come?" So now I don't have to pay for a movie.
That's so sweet. He's sharing that with you as well, though.
He kept but he goes for the Dolby Cinema, good sound movies. I mean,
Yeah, that's what you want there. I watched what did I watch? Fantastic Four. That was really good. That was
I
my
like that.
favorite.
That was great.
That's my favorite Marvel movie at the moment.
Superman as well.
Superman. That was really, really good.
was it better than Fantastic Four, or you can't decide?
They're two totally different movies.
Different. Yeah, it's two totally different movies. I got to say that. Yeah.
Apparently, some people liked seeing Fantastic Four better than Superman, and Superman better than Fantastic Four. It's like it's a little.
I liked them both.
You don't have
Like,
to choose though.
definitely, I prefer Fantastic Four is better. Like, personally, I prefer Fantastic Four over Superman, but I left the cinema feeling like I've watched two totally different comic book movies. Like, I feel like I've been watching a comic book movie, if you know what I mean.
The Superman
Yes,
one
it-
or the Fantastic Four?
Both of them, really. Like, they were both two totally different tones of superhero movies, but it definitely made me feel like I'd come out watching two of the best superhero movies that have been released for a long time.
Isn't it
Yeah.
great to be like a fan of both?
Yeah, it is.
Because
Yeah.
you never run out of content.
Well,
Never-
you
never
say
will.
this, right? But like, I've got like, not like a
See what
massive
Netflix have got in
backlog.
store for the DC. Yeah.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started on that. It's gonna be so problematic. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that I want to watch. I have like 30 movies that But no, I've got like an issue with where Marvel is at the moment and the road that they're taking, and they've got to be very, very careful to say that they're on a razor's edge with what they've set up and are trying to save would be an understatement, in my opinion.
I'm going to go on a limb and say the ones that have been announced, because I don't know if they're going to squeeze 2 movies in before 2027, but the lineup that they have right now, Brand New Day, Doomsday, and Secret Wars, are all going to be bangers. I know for a fact they're going to cross $1 billion. I
Right,
just know
okay.
to the box office way, I think they're going to go out with a bang, but quality wise, I don't know because I'm obviously cautious now. But they're definitely going out with a bang with box office.
Yeah, how about getting Spider-Man before Doomsday, but we're getting Doomsday trailers?
It's because it's supposed to lead into something, and I think my personal opinion, like I think what's going to happen is he is actually going to get that symbiote at the very end. That leads
Do you know
into
what's really
Secret
good
Wars.
though is he should get it in Secret Wars though. That would be
No,
the
no.
prime.
What I'm saying is there's going to be a cliffhanger, like in credit scene where he finds it, and then that's it.
Right.
And then that's Secret Wars. Like Secret Wars, he finally puts it on. But I
So
think
the girl Max from Stranger Things, Ginger,
yeah.
young woman. Who do you think she's going to be?
I have my suspicions, but as soon as I saw all the rumors, I'm like, oh, this one actually looks that actually could be cool. And one of them was she's actually the daughter of
Him and MJ.
no of Cyclops and Jean Grey.
Okay.
That's the
So
one
you're
that
saying
I
like
saw.
this could be Peter Parker's introduction to the Incursions.
Yeah.
Because we've got Monica Rambeau in the X-Men universe, so it could stand to reason that they like were switched out, maybe.
I think it's either that. I kind of my fan like moment, how I wanted her to be, like, because she kind of looks it. I kind of wanted a Starfire.
Ooh.
I thought that would be cool. But there's also the rumor that she could be the villain. That is actually, if you read the comic of Brand New Day, that character, that villain, is a female who manipulates Peter into wiping everyone's memory of being Spider-Man because she wanted to stop. She wanted to stop something in the future. I know that.
Mhm.
But I don't know exactly what because I totally forgot, but I know that that's her motive, is she wanted to stop something from happening in the future.
Right.
And I remember now. She wanted to stop Peter from being in a romantic relationship with MJ so that their kid won't stop her. So she wanted a permanent breakup for Peter and MJ. So MJ would not know who Peter is and wouldn't. That's basically the storyline of Brand New Day. However,
so do you think? See, my issue with that, right, is they are setting up a soft reboot in the way of Secret Wars, right? So why bother having a whole bunch of timeline issues and things that you're never going to pay off when you're doing a soft reboot?
How I'm thinking the soft reboot's going to happen is they're going to introduce Miles.
100%. I'm 100% on that.
There is a contract thing that he can't appear until after Beyond the Spider-Verse. So after that, and the movie got pushed to 2027. So he's going to be introduced in Secret Wars.
Could you imagine though if they like literally at the end of the next Into the Spider-Verse movie, like at the end of it, he goes from being an animated character to the live action, and that's what we get in the MCU.
I already thought about that. I'm like, well, they already have him in the MCU. They just don't have him.
Yeah, they haven't shown him yet.
They basically they had his uncle there. And
Yeah, they set up
had
the
a
Prowler.
nephew.
I know. Yeah.
So that's basically the where they're at with the character. And from that perspective, he's probably like 12 or something. He's not the age of Miles Morales at when he becomes Spider-Man. Just like Peter wasn't the age to be Peter during Iron Man 2 when he showed up.
I hear that, but you gotta think.
He was only
when the Prowler was saying that in the car park, that was years ago.
Which one?
Years. In Spider-Man: Homecoming, I got a little nephew. He lives around here.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I know that. I'm just saying, like,
I'm just saying. So that was already what, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
his
Like,
age then plus
he's aged. He's aged up, so they can cast a more reasonable aged guy to play Miles. That's what I'm saying by that. Well, I was giving a reference to like Peter when he was in Iron Man 2. Obviously that wasn't Peter, like physically Peter, because that they recasted him, but they said that was actually Peter. So he was basically 8 years old in Iron Man 2. And he finally became Spider-Man and somewhere along the lines through the years. So from that timeline, that's why I'm like, they're probably doing the same thing with Miles. Like he's basically too young in Homecoming, but now he's probably the right age.
Yeah, I would agree. The thing is, though,
also, go ahead.
Oh, I thought that was a cat. I was like, how the hell is the cat opening the door? Thank you. What's this one?
I need washing.
Okay.
And can I get a water, please?
Yeah. Sleep tight.
So what were you thinking?
So basically, I have issues, right? Because they did everything so well with the Kang arc that they were doing, and while I had issues with the time loom in season 2, right? That was just chock full of issues because you can't scale for infinity, which was half of the point anyway. Point is, they explained it very well that the Avengers doing what they did was always a part of the plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then to change everything after the fact completely shits all over it. Like Cap's always supposed to go off and do what he's supposed to be doing or whatever, and then now everyone's gonna be like, well,
did you see the trailer? The teasers for that?
Him holding the baby. I mean,
like
he puts the suit away and holds a bit anything, so touches it. He holds the baby. You mean like?
But the important part is Steve Rogers will return, not Captain America.
Yeah.
So I think like he's a bad guy. Like he will be a bad guy. I think RDJ, Dr. Doom is going to turn him into a bad guy. So we're going to have a bad Captain America on Doomsday.
What you're saying is that's still our Steve.
Yeah. What?
Right. You're saying that's our Steve still, though, right?
I think so.
Right. Okay.
I also think it will drive a wedge with Sam, like emotionally. If he has to fight his friend, it would drive it would tear him apart basically, just like it would tear Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Rhodey apart fighting a guy that looks like RDJ.
Right. I hear what you're
Iron Man.
saying. I hear what you're saying, right? But the issue for me is that is still our Steve. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen that motherfucker as an old man sitting there with his thumb up his ass talking about how great the daisies look. Yeah. At no point in that conversation did he say some shit's about to go down. Watch out for yourselves. Yeah. I tried living with Peggy. It went great. You should see the sex I was having. Fucking gymnastics. It was awesome. Right. But we worried about Thanos. Forget fucking the big purple fucking dinosaur. Forget that motherfucker. There's somebody else in a big metal suit that we got to watch out for.
What if it's not our Steve?
Right?
What if
it
it's
needs to not be our Steve? That's what I'm saying. It needs to not be our Steve, because if they're going to come in with the bullshit of much in the same way as Doctor Strange said, there's 16 million and fucking 5 and this, I like fucking things. But if you know what's going to happen, it won't happen. You know, you can suck a dick with that because you're not doing that.
But then surely you'd want them to know so it doesn't happen.
Now, I know this is very controversial because people say it's basically the same thing, but I see it a totally different way. You know how when Loki happened, Loki season 1 and 2, where they showed variants of Loki,
yeah,
where there's an alligator Loki and stuff like that, and different actors playing Loki.
Yeah,
I call those variants. Like that's variant. That's they already like align those to variants. But the alligator is not a those actors are not the doppelganger of Tom Hiddleston because they don't look like him.
Yeah,
they're not his exact twin. So for me, I think of it as like if you look back to the Fox universe where Johnny Storm looks like Chris Evans, Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, and the Johnny Storm of the Fantastic Four of a different Earth. They're variants of each other, but not doppelgangers. The doppelganger of Johnny Storm. I
understand the difference. I get the difference.
No, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because people don't see that they're totally different. Variants and doppelgangers are totally different. That's a different word. Yeah. And I'm like, I brought this up, and I'm like, I apparently I got backlash for it because I was like, they're not the same. Doppelgangers and variants are not the same.
No, they're not. They're very different.
One's identical, and the other one's a variation of that character. So basically, when I said like Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is a variant of Doctor Doom, but he's a doppelganger of Iron Man. So he's both. Because he looks like Doctor
exactly
Doom.
Right. Yeah.
He's a doppelganger of Iron Man, and he's a variant of Doctor Doom. So that's why I'm like, you can be both.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Right.
And
so the other issue
was the same word. I'm like,
the other issue I have, right, is they're doing a soft reboot. Yeah. How is anybody coming up with the theory that this old man Cap that we saw in Endgame is a post-Secret Wars Cap, right? Because the whole world's going to be broken, reimagined by a being that's from a whole fucking other universe, and then a new timeline is going to be stitched, maybe one, maybe multiple. If it is multiple, then we still have Loki being the god of stories, obviously, but if not, he's going to need a new job. So that old man that handed over a shield has seen nothing. He just had like tea parties with entrees and canapes and finger food.
My anticipation of the Loki, if we get God of Stories and Thor, I want this scene. I really, really want this scene so much. It happened once in Avengers 2, but it has never happened again. And I really, really want this to happen between those two characters, Thor and Loki. I want Thor to be cautious of Loki. And then Loki says, it's not the time to be cautious. We have a war to fight, and picks up Stormbreaker and gives it to Thor as
Okay,
a
you mean
sign that he's
Mjolnir.
worthy of
Mjolnir.
being
No,
not Mjolnir,
Stormbreaker. He
it's
can't pick up Mjolnir.
Stormbreaker. Like he picks up Stormbreaker and gives it to Thor and says, "We have a war to fight."
But Stormbreaker's not
See, but
enchanted.
Thor's
though,
got
is it?
Mjolnir again, and Love's
Because-
got
because
Stormbreaker, right?
Stormbreaker,
Yeah.
Stormbreaker and Mjolnir have they both have like some sort of thinking powers because they both can come to Thor as he calls it.
Yeah, but what we're saying is Love should have Stormbreaker.
Well, yeah,
And Mjolnir, as broken as it is, I believe still has the enchantments.
not gonna lie, I didn't know that was him until after like the third watch. I just didn't.
Oh, but
I didn't put two together. I was like, "Who's Love? Why is it called Love and Thunder?" I thought that was a metaphor for Jane and Thor. I thought it was like they love each other and they're thunder. You know, they have thunder powers. You know, lightning. They're mighty Thor and Thor. So I thought that was like a metaphor for that.
mm,
So I
Um,
didn't realize it until like the third watch. I was like, "Oh, she's actually Love." Okay. And I'm glad that they're keeping Thor's daughter as Love. They didn't recast her like Ant-Man's daughter.
yeah.
No, it needs
They
to
didn't
because
change
the
a thing
amount of
as well.
time that has passed isn't sufficient enough, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, in game they recasted his daughter, and then like a few years later, she gets recasted again. That's supposed to look the same age.
Like they need. This is what I need to like do a video or something, right? Because there's so many different Earths that have been interacted with. There's so much lore and like science put down with the mechanics of the universe and the timelines and how they're separate, how you can connect, how you can make new timelines, everything, you know. But the idea that they've set up the whole Council of Kangs, and then just because there's a man in a metal mask in Fantastic Four, everybody shifted their focus, like that still needs to be addressed.
They kind of addressed it in Loki season 2, though, where they said that the TVA was hunting down all the different variants of him. They've already taken out most of them. They're just hunting down the remainders. So
I think the beginning of Doomsday, RDJ is just going to basically prove he's the powerful one, and that scene that we saw, they're going to reuse it, but use a green screen to where RDJ just pops in and just like totally annihilates them all at once.
Can you imagine this has been coming since the end of Endgame, like where they didn't give us any end credits and we just hearing that hammer and it was just Doom forging his armor the whole time.
And I really hope he actually does have magic this time.
Yeah, he's got to.
Because he has like the rings of power. I think that's part of his costume.
He's basically created a battle world, isn't he?
Yep.
So he's got to have magical powers and shit.
I also think that Doctor Strange is going to turncoat. Or that he needs to build Battle World so that basically, like in-game where he gave the time stone away, he's going to figure out that he needs to create Battle World to save the world. So he it's his only it's the in-game.
Yeah. It's an interesting theory.
Because I've seen I know that Dr. Doom can turn people on his side. and
Right.
that's what basically what Doom World is. Like he has all except for like the Paragons, like the variations of the Paragons, because they're in a space that doesn't get affected. Like they're
Yeah.
basically doing Crisis on Infinite Earths just in Marvel.
So
I wonder
the
if
issue
Shane's
is-
going to get the
the issue is
Beyonders powers.
the idea of B15, I think her name was, right? The
You're
idea of
talking
her
about
just being
the-
in charge of one TVA that's going to be hunting down all of the variations of Kang, that's not going to work. One, he created the TVA, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So-
one version of him did. One
Version of him did, right? One version of him did, but that's not to say that that idea came from him. He could have stole that from another one. You know what I mean? Like there was a Council of Kangs for a reason. Speaking of the Council of Kangs, that is just a drop in the ocean of the scale for Infinite. Do you mean? Like I get that it's supposed to be like the branch timeline that we see, so like they might be putting like a number on it, but that's still a tremendous amount of Kangs that they're just. He's supposed to be like the big bad of the next bit. Do you know what I mean? Just because they fucked up with casting or whatever and they screwed Jonathan Majors over, that's neither here nor there, right? But the logic isn't there. And then just to focus on Doom now, just because he's active, you have thousands and thousands of villains that are active right now.
What if they tried to do the logic and it just failed? Like it doesn't make a lick of sense to you, but it makes it makes some sense to them to where it's enough to be like, hey, we can wait till after Secret Wars to totally start over and build the lore perfectly this time instead of having to figure, because Kevin Feige was spread super thin, so he couldn't like keep track of all of his properties to where they were doing their own thing. So like a lot of it slipped through. Like for instance, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, like James Gunn did his own thing, and that wasn't where Kevin Feige would have liked it to go. But he has to take what's already been done and move it forward, because they basically set up new Guardians. They also said I think this was like non-negotiable, but they also said Star-Lord will return. Like it was part of their like big plan to have him return, just not in another Guardians movie. But they
Did it say Star-Lord or Peter Quill there?
Yeah.
I can't remember if it said Peter Quill or Star-Lord will return.
They gave emphasis on the word Star-Lord. Like they had a adverb or adjective with Star-Lord. I don't know what they said specifically, but I think it was the something Star-Lord will return.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny. And then and we know that Doomsday can jump universes.
Yeah.
But apparently he needs the kid. So I know what he uses the kid for, to create Doomsday, or the Doom World. But I don't know exactly what else plays into it, because I haven't like fully invested in reading the comic. So to avoid getting spoiled on certain events, I just know the main stuff, like the main cool ones, like Peter turns into the Black Suit Spider-Man and stuff like that. I know that the Secret Wars is basically Crisis on Infinite Earths, combining them all to restart basically.
So, do you think that do you think they're going to go for like a full Avengers versus X-Men, or do you think they're going to give like a taste of that, and they're going to save that for a whole other movie.
I think the Mutant Saga is going to be that version of like basically that.
No, because what I mean is, like in
I don't
every
think we're
fucking cross, like Guardians of the Galaxy with the Avengers in Infinity War. Anytime a team meets anybody, same with the Avengers, they all throw hands, and then they're like, "Oh, we're friends. Oh, let's be friends then." So like, do you think that's going to happen when the X-Men meet the Avengers? Or do you
don't think it's going to happen now. I think it's going to be a progression in the future Mutant Saga. Like, I think how Civil War happened with Captain America's movie, that kind of thing. But it's going to fully happen for an Avengers movie. It's not going to be a someone else's movie with another title. Like, it's not going to be Doomsday and it have X-Men versus Avengers. I think they're going to team up and have like major conflicts because I think you have like 5 different leaders trying to be like, I'm the top dog. So there's going to be conflict in it, but not like to where they're killing each other. And I think
here's a question. Do you think Doom's going to kill Franklin or just siphon his powers?
I think he's going to use them. Like manipulate them.
Really? Because in my head, he's got to do what he did like in the comics and the animated stuff and just take all the power.
It's either that I can see that, but I don't see it as a like PG-13 movie. Like he kills a baby. That didn't go well with the Flash. Babies falling off a building. Nope. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, you had a problem with the rubber babies. Not everybody had a problem with rubber babies.
I'm like, I had a problem with the babies falling. It's very like unhumane to have. That's your goal, to have them fall. I'm like, I know he saves them, but you put a damn baby in a microwave and it dinged.
It did ding.
You should have left the ding out. If the ding didn't happen, I wouldn't have a serious problem with it because you basically cooked a baby.
But it's almost a trope at this point, having babies in peril. Like what about like what was it in the Untouchables, right? You had that baby in the stroller, like just bouncing down the stairs. Like that's been parodied in a meme since.
Did you physically see the baby, or was it clearly a doll?
No, it is a baby in there for a while.
You could clearly see they were rubber babies in the flesh.
When they do the close up, was the stroller bouncing?
Was the stroller what?
Was the stroller bouncing when they
downstairs?
Did the close up? Like you saw the stroller go downstairs, but that was a wide shot. You didn't see the actual baby.
They did multiple shots. It went on for a few minutes.
So they actually showed the baby falling, like physically close up of the baby going down the stairs.
Right. They also had one a baby going down the road.
But that's the only way I can describe it is like a baby just like as he bounces down the stairs.
Spot on.
Baby down
that was my acting. Thank you. I'm bowing.
Definitely, comedy is definitely your forte, mate. That was
think about
brilliant.
it. Think about this though. What if that's how we get Pedro Pascal as the Maker, right? The evil Mr. Fantastic, because all of the lengths that he went to on his Earth and his timeline and everything else to keep that baby alive, and then boom, the Doom sucks all the life and the power out of the baby, and then he's gone. There's just no way of getting him back.
No,
so
the one I want.
He just turns into like the most evil Mr. Fantastic you can think of.
See, the one I want is not Pedro Pascal being the bad guy. The one I want is I don't know how to say his first name, but his initials are IG. as the big bad.
What's his name? I know what you mean.
From 2005. That's the only
Yeah.
one. Or the 2015 one. I don't like either of them. Pedro Pascal, I kind of liked. But
What about the what's his name from the one in the Multiverse of Madness?
that one I wouldn't mind if he was a bad guy too either. Like I'm like the ones I want, the ones that
The
are
one
going
from The
to be
Office that played
yeah
Mr. Fantastic in Multiverse of Madness.
John Krasinski.
I don't mind if they're the bad guys, but I mind if the one that we're supposed to follow turns into a bad guy. Like I mind that a little bit. Like if he's supposed to be the main guy that we follow, I don't want to see him turn bad that fast and just like basically random like turns good.
You'll have a good. Out of all of them, he's got the best excuse to turn bad, though.
Now I think if he's not really bad, but he's basically trying to save his kid, then I accept that storyline.
Well, the Joker said it only takes one bad day.
I mean, well, you live long enough to see yourself turn into a villain. I get that, but we only saw him in one movie. I don't want to be like good then bad. I'm like,
no. What I'm saying is like
Whiplash.
what I'm saying is it could be a progression. Do you know what I mean? Because he's already said in his movie about where his.
I mean, he already tried
mind-
to sacrifice his kid. I mean, why do it again?
I'm not saying he sacrifices him. I'm saying
No.
he fails.
No,
Right?
he thought about sacrificing his kid in the movie.
Yeah.
Why
Yes.
would he
That's what I was
fully
talking
do
about,
it this time? I'm like, that's basically backpedaling your whole progression right there.
No, is it? No, it
Because
isn't.
he made his life decision to not do that. He didn't want to sacrifice
again,
his kid.
There's nothing to say
So,
he
The
sacrifices.
next movie, he just goes, "Oh, fuck that kid," and just
He's not going to sacrifice his kid. What he's trying to say is that he's not going to be able to save the kid. Not through choice. He's just going to fail, and that's what's going to drive him to madness in the end.
Yeah, because you can't say, "Oh, you've used the storyline of somebody
Like,
trying to
I
get
don't-
his powers once, you can't use it again."
like I
the
don't
guy
mind that,
is
but I
insanely
mind
powerful, so it's going to be a constant battle of people trying to get his powers. Same way as Birdie.
Like I
when he
don't
was
mind
in
that progression, but I mind if his character progression is he made this tough decision or his easy decision was to sacrifice his kid. His tough decision was finding out a better way, and he found the better way. And then the next movie, he turns evil and kills his kid.
No one's saying he
That
kills him.
progression.
No one's saying that he's killing his kid. We're
Yeah,
saying that his
like,
kid will die by Doctor Doom, so
Yeah, what I'm
absorbing
saying is,
all of
like,
his powers or whatever, and
that-
then he's going to turn into like what was it called? What did you say his name was?
Who, Franklin or Doom?
Franklin.
Yeah.
Turned the bad guy of Reed Richards.
Oh, the Maker.
Yeah, the Maker. Like that. Like he's going to progressively
Like I don't mind
get to-
that storyline
because he's already explained that his mind goes to all of the possibilities possible, to deal with any situation, even if it is darkest. So he might start leaning into that darker side to solve issues.
The way
Like
what I was
Spider-Man
trying
not
to
pulling his
point out,
punches.
what I was trying to point out was to not have the progression of him just randomly turning turncoat because of his character's development. Like it needs to have a reason, and if what you said of your where Doom like makes him turn into the Maker, then I don't have a problem with it. But if he himself just turns turncoat, I have a problem with it.
Oh yeah,
no,
100%.
Yeah, for sure. That made no sense.
Because
That
I'm
made no
like,
sense.
he basically mind controlled the guy. Even though that's technically plausible, I don't want it to happen. Because that would be like devastating because he would have no control over his emotions, body, like everything.
So the thing is, though, right? Is you're saying it's a PG movie,
PG-13. So
right?
there is like
But
darkness.
we're talking about realities that are fighting for their existence. So do you think everybody's just going to be just punching instead of outright trying to kill everyone?
I would just say like how I see it, like Punisher being in a PG-13 movie. There's not going to be gore. He's not going to basically shoot someone's head off right in front of Spider-Man, because that would be R-rated, not
That would
PG-13.
be so cool, though. That should be what happened.
He's like,
That should
let
be
the
what
guy
happened.
make his mind to like be good, and then while Spider-Man's talking, Punisher just blows his head off. That would
You know,
that
be
would
really
be
cool. What they could do is do like a PG-13 one and then like an 18 cut.
There's like certain things in a like PG-13 movie that you can't physically show. So that's why, like, for me, like, you can't show a baby dying. Like, you have to save him. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of people angry.
Okay, so where do we think that the landscape is? What it's going to look like when we're finished, right? Because they're going back to show Bibles. They're going back to like a set regimen that they're planning, right? But the question is them picking up the pieces of the old guard and whacking them back on the chessboard? Do we think that that's a permanent solution? Do you think that's a quick fix for what they're doing at the moment? And then with all the people that have been around for phase 4 and 5, like, do you think they're gonna recast, drop, bring everybody back from phase 1 and 2, recast them, like a mix of in between? Because the setup of, like, for example, the X-Men from the Fox universe, right? That is the acknowledgement of, that's a fraction of our reality in the multiverse. But I don't think James Marsden's going to be coming back for every
No,
thing as Cyclops anymore.
I think
No.
that every single X-Men, like that, the ones that they're not keeping are going to be annihilated. So prepare for Doomsday to be Infinity War, just like flat out. You're not going to like the ending unless they bring everyone back.
I am expecting that. I am literally
Is
expecting.
it going to be a two-parter or what?
Yeah, that Secret Wars is a two-parter. Like what happens in Doomsday is going to carry over into Secret Wars, and whatever happens, if there's a solo movie within between them, it's going to be a Doom's World story. It's not
I
going
thought
to be
Spider-Man was coming out in between.
Nope, Spider-Man's coming out before. Doomsday comes out December 18th. Spider-Man comes out July something.
Nice.
So it's what happens in Brand New Day is going to set up his character for Doomsday or Secret Wars. I think the reason why they shifted Doomsday to December 18th is because Tom Holland's secretly in Doomsday.
Yeah.
They just can't, because logistically, like when they were filming, they were doing it at the same time.
He did injure himself doing stunts on set there.
He also,
I need
also-
Spider-Man to be a part of Doom World. I need there to be a little Spider Society. I need there to be a Hulk Society, Spider Society, little Captain America Society, like a little branch of everybody. I don't want it to be, this is Reality 838 over here. This is Reality 616. This is 420. Do you know what I mean? I don't want them to be like that, because I'm pretty sure in the comic all the characters just kind of gravitate towards themselves.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's going to, like, you know how when I complained about them not putting a freaking tire collar about where they are. You know, when I was complaining about, when they didn't put a title card, I'm like, come on, dudes. There are normies watching this. They need to follow the story, and you need to put a freaking title card. The same thing with if they do multiple worlds. They did this with Fantastic Four. They put a freaking title card saying it's not the MCU.
Yeah.
It was a different Earth.
Yeah.
That's logistically the proper way of introducing multiple different things, because in your brain you can switch between this is not the MCU and this is another reality. So you can basically just like reset. And if they don't show that, they're assuming it's all in the same Earth, just a different part of it. Even though that, like the sets are different and the tone is different, but like you have to basically tell the audience where they're at, otherwise they get lost.
Yeah.
So where do you think Dune's world's going to be set anyway?
I think it's going to be set on 616, and because they've already set up a ship that has the number 4 in Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah, and everyone just well, the thing is they played the Fantastic Four's theme tune on that. Do you know what I mean? Like if you were trying to convey that Doom was in the Fantastic Four ship, you wouldn't.
I don't think he is.
Their music, you know.
Do you know what I think? It's a totally different Fantastic Four ship. Like, I don't even think it's the one that we the Fantastic Four that we saw. I think it's a totally different team.
But it's their ship.
Like it's theirs. No, like they have the Fantastic Four logo, but there's like three different like teams that we've seen in live action. I don't think it's the team we followed.
I'm saying the ship looks like the ship in the movie.
Yeah, it could be, but I don't think it is. Like there's multiple worlds that could have the same technology. So like, and it's it's definitely not the car, because that basically is earthbound. I don't think it can travel in space. And I don't think it's a rocket ship either, because what we saw in Fantastic Four, if I'm mistaken, was basically a kind of like a rocket ship kind of spacecraft.
Do you think they're going to go even more comic booky?
I would like it.
Make it more, like even more colorful, and maybe like lean into like the zaniness of it, because
would be cool.
There being a soft reboot would be a good time for like a visual change, because there's a very strong consistency over what we've seen so far. So
now this is where I kind of speaking of that, like consistency and whatnot, this made me think like really hard, because they showed two different ways this happens. Because if you watch the Spider-Verse movies with Miles Morales, with the Prowler in live action form in the cartoon universe, but then if you watch Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, he crossed over into a comic book and turned into a comic book and then came back to live action. Continuity, that does not make sense. Because, I mean, like, you basically did the same thing, just different way.
Yep.
Like,
this is why they need those show Bibles.
That's where, continuity plays really hard on those, because you do two different versions. We can't follow which one is real.
What do you think we're going to look like, Liam?
I don't know.
Because it would be kind of funny to having a 2D character just pop up and Doomsday be like, "Hey, Peter, I'm Miles." Like, where's the rest of you? Because it's a 2D picture, basically, like it's a drawing.
I'm just intrigued to see which way they're going with it because there's so many different like variations of Battle World, isn't there?
Yeah.
So
They're probably doing a mix.
is it going to
because
be the one where Doom's already occupied the planet and all the natives that live there worship him because he's like brought peace and ended war and shit, and then there's like
think
transported over to take him
half of-
down, or
I think a third of it's going to be that. I don't think the entire movie is going to be like that. I think it's going to be like a climax, like he wins and then turns his world into Doom's world, and then you see glimpses of it before it fades to black, and you have to
But-
wait like months before the movie comes out.
then it begs the question: who's the one that's going to be transporting them all to Doom's world, or Battle World, whatever you want to call it?
I think we're going to get 2 new movies that are between them, so that we see kind of like what this Doom's world is like before Secret Wars happens. Because as soon as Secret Wars happens, guess what? Everything's going to be basically back to normal after like the first or third act or second act. Like
Yeah, but what is the new?
yeah, we
That's-
like what I'm saying is like I think there's going to be 2 other movies that show what this new world looks like before we get Secret Wars.
Yeah, no, I'm
Secret
saying on
Wars is the
Secret
wrap up.
Wars. I'm saying on Secret Wars.
Like
Do you
yeah,
think
we're
we're gonna get? Hang on. Do you think we're gonna get a sacred timeline or a multiverse?
multiverse.
So I don't think so.
I think we're going to see the rest of what happens after Doom's World, and then I think we're going to see it all kind of come together. And
It all rolls back to Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania where Scott's walking down the street thinking, shit, have I done the right thing?
I think it'll be hilarious if we see Spider-Man 3 Tobey Maguire just dancing on the street and his gets wiped out.
What I think's gonna happen, I'm calling it now, right? So I think they've been telegraphing for a long time, like they want to stop doing the multiverse thing. They're fed up of fans asking when this variation is going to pop up, when this variation is going to pop up. I think they're going to have a new quote unquote sacred timeline, right? And I think Loki is going to be in charge of its creation. And I think he's going to basically say that Kang was essentially right. He just went about it the wrong way. And I think he's going to use his power well and make sure that it stays a singular threat, because any
So what? So Loki's going to go against everything he stands for and take away free will.
the thing is though is the chaos that the multiverse breeds invites incursions, which is a consistent problem. The fact that incursions are happening means that reality is breaking down because of everybody crossing over. It can't
That's why he
keep happening.
changed it from a loop to a tree.
See,
So the
I
branches could branch out without hitting each other.
think
Yeah,
Doctor
but they
Strange
keep
is going to
crossing
be the one that kind of does it. Like I kind
I'm
of
not
want
saying he's not going to be in. I'm not saying he's not going to be the one that like does the power. What I'm saying is that I think after all is said and done, Loki, the god of stories, is going to make sure that the timeline stays intact.
Yeah. Do you reckon Doom's going to be going after his power instead of the Beyonders or someone else's?
He's definitely one of them.
Got to be.
and I still the only way I can like accept this is if Loki doesn't do it for glory or whatever, because his story arc proved that he can change, and by the end of that, he's the god of stories, not Loki, the god of mischief. He's not going to trick anyone. He's going to lay out his plan and be like, "This is the only way to keep everything intact." So I'm going to have to do this one string to make sure that timeline doesn't change until you guys figure out how to fix it. Or or we have like a because I also think like the main heroes that we're going to follow in the story are going to be sent to a pocket universe that isn't going to be affected. Like the Void, you know how Sentry can send
Mhm.
people to that dark dimension or whatever.
Mhm.
He can. There's a pocket universe that will be unaffected by what happens with Doomsday. Whatever happens that Doctor Doom tries to do.
Yeah.
I wish the name wasn't Doomsday because I'm like DC. No, it's Marvel. DC, no, it's Marvel. Because I keep wanting to call Doctor Doom Doomsday. I'm like, that's not his name.
No.
Like, there's
Sorry.
he's 10 times worse than Doctor Doom. His face is more fucked up. I wonder if they're going to do pizza face. You know, like how they did with how they did with Savitar in season 3. Just have RDJ with a pizza face.
Bless him. I don't know, because I think this Doom's smarter than the others.
He's got.
I do question how he got his powers. I guess it is just going to be sorcery. I don't think they're going to go for the cosmic angle.
I will say they already like fell on their own sword with this. I'm like, once they showed that smartest person alive can be basically useless, was in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, where basically is like, this guy can kill you with just one word. I'm like, why tell him that? Why tell the bad guy how to stop you? You stupid idiot.
That was a stupid move.
I'm like, there's a loophole apparently there's a loophole in being smart.
I think it was overcompensating because he stretched his way in. So he knew
Pun-
his power set was given up there and then, you know?
You puns.
So he's like, I'm just going to lay all the cards on the table. I'm just going to tell you what everyone does.
And they were about to get torn to shreds like rubber.
And then she said, this another character goes, I can do this all day. And I'm like, you're dying. I mean, you just gave that's a last word thing. I can do this all day. You're going in too.
Captain America seems to survive it when he says it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he had plot armor when he said it. But
there has to be okay, this is the other thing, right? With everything that they set up, there is no way that we don't, like, reality is ending. Yeah, there is no chance that Uatu, Peggy, Birdie, and everybody else doesn't make an appearance.
Well,
yeah,
I know that Peggy does because Steve Rogers is there. There has to be Peggy in that house.
No, I mean Captain Peggy, like the super powered one.
Oh,
from the What If.
She's I mean, she's basically two persons right now. One's lying on the ground, the other one's a few feet away.
I'm really disappointed though. Like, What If could have been an amazing series, but they made it all about Peggy.
Yeah.
They really let it down.
Yeah, 100%.
I honestly also think there is going to be a variant of Iron Man that looks a lot like Tom Cruise. People are going to flip. I know that, like how Brad Pitt just like randomly shows up as the Invisible Man because they needed some guy to be cast, and they're like, "Hey, let's cameo Brad Pitt," and he's going to be electrocuted within 3 seconds. So he's like a 3-second cameo, being shocked to death. I think that's going to happen.
Cameos ever, though.
I think we're going to see a lot of variants of different. Like, I think we're going to see a lot of Thors. A lot of Thors. I mean, they already did a variant. Well, not a variant, but an actor playing Thor, and that's his brother too. Technically, that's Chris Hemsworth's brother playing Thor. I mean,
Would it
as
be
an actor.
hilarious if we get that scene at Thor in Deadpool and it's a variant of Thor holding Deadpool crying and not Thor? Like, yeah, that would be the best way to go about that, I think. If that is the case.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
It's the only way that scene makes sense, isn't it?
I have a lot of creative sounds, you know, a lot of experience doing electrocution.
And if that is the case, then that means that the TVA and Loki already know about what's going to happen and still haven't put anything in motion to stop it.
Hmm. Yeah, there's so many plot holes. There's so many issues. And I get that's why they're doing it, but like they haven't even managed to come up with a coherent way of doing it. So far.
I don't think they will. Like, I think they fell too far down the rabbit hole, and the only way to salvage this is just to wipe them entirely out. Like, hey, let's start new. Let's do this new lore. You know, make sure it's more like logical.
Even getting to that point, they're messing it up.
Well, we haven't seen it to where we can completely confirm it's all messed up.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm gonna actively hate on the movie. Like, I'm hoping to really, really like the movie. I probably am gonna like it. I'm probably gonna sit here and talk about how fucking great it is. But I'm going in with the lowest of expectations because
I got a great suggestion. I got a great suggestion for you. I think what you should do is grab your wallet, going up to the theater, take out your freaking brain, kick it so far left field, and walk in. You would enjoy it so much.
Oh, that's definitely thinking my mind. That's my
I'm gonna be walking out of there pissed off that I got to wait a year for the next one.
Unless they release 2 new movies that they're in between, and I don't have a problem with it because it's like I think Secret Wars is coming out December of 2027, so there is enough time to have 2 movies in between.
Hopefully, it's whether they do, because obviously they were rushing out a lot of movies, and that's what the problem was as well.
See, the thing is, like, I need a Doctor Strange and a Shang-Chi. Those are the ones I really want.
What we really need is Sony to fucking pull their head out of their asses and actually give the rights back to the characters for Marvel so they can do right by them all.
Do you think they like some of the issue is like they have created such a vast universe and it feels that way, but therein lies some of the problem. Do you think they're going to streamline and just give us like a handful of people that we see now?
I think they're going to like I said, they're holding on to Miles until after Beyond the Spider-Verse. I think they're going to give us Miles because Tom Holland's at his end of his rope with being Spider-Man. He can't like do this forever. I mean, he can't do this till he's 90 because that's like a long ass time.
Yeah, he can.
I mean, they made the joke to Logan. He's like, they're going to make you do this till you're 90.
But isn't he like only 25?
But yeah, like he basically said in interviews that once he marries and has a kid, he's retiring. That's basically his line of thinking right now. Like, soon as he ties a knot with Zendaya and they have a kid, no more Spider-Man.
I thought we already had a kid before they were on the way.
No,
the rumor has it she's pregnant. Just because
because she
was wearing on and out
pregnant.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, they were just like literally because of the like oversized coat and everything she was wearing out for the Christmas photos.
So she's going to show it a little bit. Like they're having a lot of dates. I mean, give her a little. She's not going to the gym thinking like I need to get skinny again. She's happily married. I mean, she's engaged, but happily
Engaged,
engaged,
anyway.
married. She's basically married. Just because she eats doesn't mean she's pregnant.
I know, hear that. I'm just saying.
No, I was just saying to the other people that are basically saying that she's pregnant. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. Mind your own fucking business if she is, anyway.
Uh.
To those
I
people
do know
as well.
that one that was shocking was what's her name from Hawkeye? Kate Bishop was pregnant and had a kid.
Fair play for that.
So
That's what I mean. They were setting up the Young Avengers. What's happening with that?
I also think that's happening. Like it's either that or a Young Avengers because I would like a Young Avengers movie before.
And then by the time they
Sounds
get
of it,
to
the Young Avengers are setting up the Young Avengers.
Like it's like we're starting a team. Can you join me, please? I'm like, where's the next phase of this?
Isn't Vision Quest still to come out next year? And Armor Wars.
Armor Wars is in hiatus. We don't know what's happening with that. Same with Blade. It's
That's some
basically
bullshit.
up in the air until they figure out how to put them in the MCU.
They don't need to. They just need to just make a Blade movie.
They made a logical sense that he was erased, but how they also made logical sense of Gambit too. I mean, like their reasoning was, I think I was born here, because in realistically terms, his movie was canceled. So he was conceived, but wasn't shown. So he was basically born in the void. He was born out of nothing. And I liked how they just like dissed Daredevil and
It was great.
Ben
It was.
Affleck's Daredevil. Just like, isn't there Daredevil? He's dead. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, it's fine. I'm like, well, damn. Because if you think about it, Happy was what's his name from the Daredevil show that died in season 1. Happy the John Favreau was
Played Daredevil's best friend.
Daredevil's best friend, but I don't remember Foggy. Apparently, I was having a foggy memory of Foggy. But
You want to roll with these dad jokes tonight, dude?
Happy was basically Foggy in Ben Affleck's Daredevil movie.
Yeah, we tried to forget about that there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And I'm on about the movie in general, not the actors in it.
it would be hilarious if Ben Affleck shows up and
It would be.
Happy says, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" You know, have one of those scenes. And he goes, "I get that a lot."
A very tight line of having it make sense, having it feel justified, and not like an emotional crash grab.
I think there's a like point for both. One, you want a cash grab because Marvel likes money. There's a corporate. How do we make money? You bring someone that we love in, duh. But there's got to be also a logical reason why he's there, because that was basically people are confusing the cameos for like. What I think of a cameo is someone that has 1 or 2 lines and dies instantly. That's a cameo, or disappears, like goes off screen or something like that. Those are cameos. They're basically said that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire were cameos. I'm like, no. They were stars. They had more lines and also a complete story. They
Yeah.
were there for a reason. Cameos, no reason. You can have them show up. Well, the reason would be showing a world.
Yeah.
To like make the world seem bigger. They would like
Cameos
show
are like, what's his name? The hot dog guy in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse
Yeah.
of Madness.
he was
That's
a
a cameo.
cameo. That was a legit cameo. He did his scene was completely pointless. It was just there to poke fun because that he's a fan of Sam Raimi and they do a lot of shit together.
Yeah.
He was the cameo, but the Illuminati weren't technically cameos. They had the point.
Yeah, they're part of the story plot.
Even though they were so fast, they still had the point.
Just showing us how powerful Wanda really is.
Hmm.
Okay. It is getting very late, so I think we have to wrap it up. But it's been
Didn't
a
even
lot
get
of
to
fun.
talk about Has-Been Hotel or anything.
No.
So, oh yeah, you got work as well, didn't you?
But we can do this again.
Yeah.
Just got to make it not as late. that's all.
Basically, New Year's Eve still.
It's like 5 to 3 in the morning.
Yeah. I can't believe it's 2026.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
I've been in Florida for 26 years.
That's crazy.
I've
He
been alive
watched
for
the deteriorate
32.
that entire.
I've been alive for 32 and been in Florida for 26.
Yeah. So at least you enjoyed 6 of those years, then.
The what?
At least you enjoyed 6 years of your life, then,
Trying to think.
before you moved to Florida.
Oh, I didn't enjoy anything. It's been pretty hell.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm by the equator. There is no fun. I mean, I'm in the smallest of small towns, pun intended. I mean, of course, I used to live in a town called basically Smallville, but it's technically Niceville. So it's another word for small. That's nice. That's so nice. I'm like, it's Smallville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack with that one, so we're gonna leave that where that is.
She's been in Florida for 26 too. I'm like, yay!
Yeah.
I'm not
Nice.
alone.
And we're definitely gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
Um,
Awesome.
yeah,
Happy New
especially
Year's,
because-
guys.
Even
Happy New Year. Especially because I'm being stung by StreamYard every goddamn month because I keep forgetting to cancel a subscription. So we might as well goddamn use it.
May as well.
But yeah,
That'll be done,
it'll be much earlier next time.
Awesome.
Won't be anywhere near as late. Just because it's
Hopefully,
New Year.
Flash Freak can join us next time.
Yes. Christ knows where he's been. Probably enjoying New Year's with his family, bless him.
he's been in California.
Happy New Year to you too, Taya.
Happy New Year, my one and only.
So, we ending the stream then, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Peace out,
see you
guys.
Have a great night. Happy New Year.